a simple cube. This is a simple cube. In simple cube, these spheres are touching each other. There are 8 corner atoms. You have to imagine a cube, you have to construct a cube by joining the centers of these spheres. So its center, its center, its center, its center, like that, its center, its center, its center, its center. So all these centers you join, you will be getting a cube. Let the edge length of that cube is A, and that edge length A is equal to its R, its radius and its radius. Okay. So R plus R is equal to A. That is a relation between R and A in the case of a simple cube. What is the total number of atoms in the simple cube? Total number of atoms present in the simple cube, that is, its contribution is 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. So 8 into 1/8 is equal to 1. That is how we calculated it as 1. What is the relation between radius and the edge length?
Ma'am, actually, Rehan was saying that he is trying to come in, but he wasn't able.
Okay. Tell him to come. I read it as Rekha, so I thought somebody else. Abar Patira is again and again coming. He is of classes. Okay, oh yes, all right. Yes, tell him to come.
Yes, ma'am.
Rehan typed it as Rekha. So I thought somebody else from outside. The previous class, one student came and, ma'am, I have come to disturb you. So Rekha, hearing Rekha, seeing Rekha, I just removed. Alright. So A is equal to R plus R in the case of simple cube. Now what about in BCC? In BCC, in addition to these 8, there will be one ball, one sphere, one atom right at the interior center. Suppose this ball, this atom is at the right at the interior center, then these two will not touch, these two will not touch, these two will not touch. So in that case, what is the relation between A and R? For that, I am going to show a diagram in which such a ball is there, such a sphere is there, such an atom is there right at the center. Now you see this picture, you can see, diagram you can see.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, all right. So in this, there is an atom right at the center. Now this is the edge length A, this is the edge length A. We call it as cell dimension also. what is the relation between A and R? What is the relation between A and R? So this length will be under root 2, root 2A. This length is root 2A because this is a Pythagoras triangle. Now we want this length. We are going to construct another Pythagoras triangle like this. See, Pythagoras triangle, this and this. Here the angle is 90. So this side is root 2A, this side is A. So this will be root 3A. This will be root 3A. There is the ball, that is central ball which is in contact with this corner and that corner. This is R, this much is R, this much is 2R diameter, and this much is R. So altogether R plus R plus R plus R, 4R is equal to root 2A. 4R is equal to root 2A. This is the relation between R and A. R plus R plus R plus R. So R, 2R, R. That means 4R is equal to root 2A. Okay. That is the relation in the case of body-centered cube. Now, next we are going to face-centered cube. In the case of face-centered cube, see, this was simple cube, this was simple cube. In this simple cube, if I put, this is one face, this is one face. If I put as an atom, a sphere, right at the center, that time these two will not touch, these two will not touch, these two will not touch. You see, this is the way. This is the way. See, these two are not touching, these two are not touching. Touching is through the diagonal. Touching is through the diagonal, this diagonal, this diagonal, this diagonal. So, what is the relation between R and A? It's R. You have to imagine a cube. How can you imagine the cube? By joining the centers of these corner balls, by joining the centers of these corner atoms, like that here also. Don't look at this red one. Don't look at the red one. You join the corners of these join the centers of these corner balls. So you imagine the centers of all corner balls and construct a cube. And in that cube, this is a diagonal, face diagonal. In the previous diagram, it was body diagonal. This is face diagonal. Okay. So you have to take a relation between A and R. You see here, R plus 2R plus R. What is that value in terms of A? What is the value in terms of A? So you can see this is a face-centered cube. Face-centered cube means one atom, one sphere, one ball right at the center of this face. That is what is called face-centered cube. Now let's see what is the calculation for this R and A. So in the previous case, what we saw, R is equal to, see, this R, 2R, R. 4R is equal to root 3A. 4R is equal to root 3A. Now the balls are touching through the face diagonal. Previously it was through the body diagonal. Now the touching is through the face diagonal. Let's see. Can you see the diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, in this case, this is A, So this one is root 2a. This is the Pythagoras triangle. This is a cube. So this angle is 90. This angle is 90. So a root 2a. Now root 2a is equal to 4r plus 2r plus r. Root 2a is equal to 4r. So these are the relation between a and r in the case of a simple cube, BCC and FCC. Root 2a is equal to 4r. In the previous case, body diagonal, that is root 3a, that is equal to 4r. Root 3a, so this you have to by heart. Root 3a is equal to 4r in the case of BCC. In the case of FCC, that is root 2a is equal to 4r. Now we are moving to the packing efficiency. Okay. In the case of simple cube, packing efficiency means how much portion of this cube that you have imagined is occupied by spheres, atoms, molecules, ions. Here I am talking in terms of balls. You imagined a cube. How you imagine? By joining the centers of all these 8 spheres. Inside that cube, how much of this sphere, how much of each green ball, you consider this green ball as solid balls. This green ball, for example, a ball made up of wood, that means solid ball. Just like a shot put. Shot put, inside it is not hollow, but this ball is hollow. So you consider this is a shot put like solid sphere. So how much of that cube is having, or how much of these spheres are included in that cube? What percentage of this cube is filled? So you consider all solid spheres. This is hollow spheres. You consider all 8 solid spheres. The imagined cube contains how much, or how much of that cube is filled? What percentage of the cube is filled inside? So for that, we are talking in terms of packing efficiency. Packing efficiency, that is the volume occupied divided by total volume of the cube into 100. Total volume of the cube is a cube if a is the edge length or if a is the cell dimension. Total volume of the cube is a cube. And how much is present inside that cube? For that, we know that only one ball or one sphere, only one atom is present. Yesterday we saw 18 into 8. 8 into 18, that is only 1. So inside that cube, only one ball is there. What is its volume? That is 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by a cube into 100 is the packing efficiency in the case of simple cube. So let's see the calculation. Packing efficiency in simple cube. What is the total volume? A cube. Total volume of the cube is equal to a cube. how many balls are there? One ball is there. One ball is there. So, volume of the occupied space, volume of the occupied space, that is one ball, that is 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. What is the packing efficiency? This divided by a cube into 100. Don't forget to put this 100. Now, two variables are there, a and r. The relation we have already made. Here a is equal to 2r. So, I will be writing this much in this format. 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by a cube, that is 2r cube into 100, which is equal to 52.4%. r cube will get cancelled and you can do the calculation, and finally you will be getting 52.4. This you have to by heart. You have to by heart this value, 52.4. Now what about the packing efficiency in BCC? Packing efficiency in BCC. Packing efficiency in BCC. In BCC, what is the number of spheres or number of atoms or number of ions or number of balls, number of spheres present in BCC? That is 2. 2 into volume of each sphere, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by a cube into 100. 2 atoms are there. 2 atoms are there. Number of atoms present in body centered cube is 2. So 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by a cube. Now I am converting that a in terms of r. We have already seen that a is equal to, that is root 3 a is equal to 4r. This is the relation. So what is a cube? A is equal to 4r by root 3. Then a cube is equal to this cube. A cube is equal to this cube. So I am going to substitute here 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube whole divided by a cube. A cube is 4 by root 3 r whole cube into 100. Again r cube will get cancelled and you will be getting it as 68%. Again you have to by heart this thing. Previously it was 52.4%. 52.4%. Now it is 68%. Similarly, you can calculate for FCC. To calculate for FCC, that is packing efficiency in FCC. Packing efficiency in FCC. Here the number of atoms present is 4, that we have seen, into 4 balls, 4 spheres. 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by a cube into 100, which is equal to, what's the relation between a and r? Abhar, what is the relation between a and r? Anjan?
Ma'am, root 2a which is equals to 4r.
Yes, root 2a is equal to 4r. That is a is equal to 4r upon root 2. A cube is equal to this cube. So I will be substituting here 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube whole divided by a cube, that is 4r upon root 2 whole cube into 100. You just substitute this and show some calculation at the right hand side. Nobody is going to see the calculation. We just see, oh, something is there. Yes, okay, something is there. That's all. Even if it is not there, no problem. Even if you are not showing the calculation right on the right hand side, students do on the last page. So we believe that the calculation is there on the last page. Okay. So in FCC, it is 74%. This value also you have to by heart. this value also. So in the case of simple cube it is 52.4%, in the case of BCC it is 68%, and in the case of FCC that is 74%. So Abhar, tell me which is the most efficient unit cell? Which is the most efficient unit cell? Simple cube, BCC or FCC?
FCC.
Okay. FCC is the most efficient. That's about the packing efficiency. Now we are moving to closed. Okay, do one numerical. Silver crystallizes in FCC unit cells. Silver crystallizes in FCC unit cell. FCC unit cell. Each side of the unit cell, each side of the unit cell has a length of 409 picometer. This will not change. Why? Because silver has to crystallize in this format only. If you take the unit cell of silver, it will be 409 picometer. What is the radius of silver atom? What is the radius of silver atom? So FCC, so 4R is equal to root 2A. Radius is equal to root 2, what is A? Root 2A upon 4. So root 2 into A, that is 409 picometer upon this 4. So you can give the answer in picometer, no problem. If you want to give the answer in centimeter, that is also possible. 1 picometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 12 meter minus 10 centimeter. 10 to the power minus 10 centimeter. Okay. Next question. Aluminium metal forms. Aluminium metal forms. Aluminium metal forms. Aluminium metal forms a cubic close packed crystal structure. A cubic close packed means CCP which is same as FCC. Okay, cubic close packed crystal structure. Crystal structure. Its atomic radius is 125 into 10 to the power minus 12 meter. There will not be any change in its atomic radius. It is fixed. A. Calculate the length of the side of the unit cell. Calculate the length of the side of the unit cell. B. how many such unit cells? How many such unit cells are there in 1 meter cube of aluminium? 1 meter cube of aluminium. Calculate the length of the side of the unit cell. Of course, you can calculate. Radius is given. So, this is FCC. FCC means 4r is equal to root 2a. Radius you can calculate. R is equal to root 2a. Atomic radius is given. So, you have to find out A. A is equal to 4r upon root 2. R is given. Its atomic radius, that is 4 into 125 into 10 to the power minus 12 meter divided by root 2. This you can calculate. Now once you get A, then A cube will be the volume of the unit cell. So here a big volume is given, 1 meter cube. 1 meter, you know, meter scale used in the cloth shops to measure the cloth. 1 meter, that is a meter scale. So in 1 meter cube of aluminium, this bigger volume is given, and the unit cell volume you can calculate. This bigger volume divided by unit cell volume, you can get the number of unit cell. Okay, thank you. Time is over.